This is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. And my guest today is Ariane Poole. Ariane is a professional makeup artist. She is a wizard with makeup suggestions for older women and a great friend of 60 and Me. So welcome to have you here, Ariane.
Oh, really nice to be here.
You know, you always have such great ideas, and this is one that you came up with when we were talking, because it's something that I have had trouble finding products for this and not knowing what to do, and that is eyebrows.
Yes.
And I know we've had plenty of people telling us about, they lose their eyebrows when they get older, they're not as defined. Help us understand what we do with eyebrows.
Well, our eyebrows do fade. They fade in color. I have white eyebrows. I've got loads of white eyebrows.
Yeah.
And I used to be, you would think I would know better. I used to pluck out the white ones thinking brown ones will grow back. Guess what? No, they don't.
2 gray ones grow back.
And I know better. I've been around doing this for a very long time. Yet, even when it's yourself, you think, oh, well, I'll just take those white ones out. Also, I've noticed that they stop growing down here. Mm-hmm. And that's not from over plucking. That is just they stop growing here. Yes. And even if you are someone who has over plucked, then you've even got more to consider. Because we're of a generation of that really thin eyebrow where we either shaved them off or plucked them super thin. Yeah. And now we don't want that. We need that little bit more definition since nature is also making them go thin. So, you know what? That's so good. There's so many great brow products out there. I mean, there are a ton, and I've got loads to show you.
Okay, let's look at them because
the community.
I honestly have looked for pencils, but I can never find one that's light enough. Yeah. And they also make a line rather than like a proper eyebrow. Yeah. And then the ones that are too waxy that actually look a little bit too intense. Heavy. So let's have a look what you have.
Let me go through the variety of things that you can choose. Okay, we'll start off with the classic. Okay, this is by Benefit. This is browsing.
Right.
This is a brow powder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a brow, and most people know about those ones. So that's a good one to know about.
And that's sorry for interrupting. And that's a powder on one side and a little bit of a jelly,
like a waxy kind of thing on the other, and the wax keeps it all in place.
Exactly.
The other thing that happens is your eyebrows go swirly. You know what I mean?
Squirrely.
Yeah, squirrely. They go, oh, and you just sit there going, oh my gosh. I did a wedding over the weekend, and the mother of the bride went, look, Ariane, I did what you said. I went and had my eyebrows trimmed, and they looked fabulous. So don't be afraid to snip them off or go and have them snipped off. Because when they get too long, it just, what can you do with them?
You cannot do that yourself either.
No. Go to a brow bar, and there's so many everywhere in the world. So it's not just in the UK here. I'm sure that there's a ton in Switzerland. I know there's a huge amount in America and Canada and everywhere. So they are everywhere. Anyway, so go and have that sorted out. Then there are things like, this is something I've just recently discovered because I did a brow demonstration on This Morning just recently, and it was wowee because one of the ladies had no brows at all, and I used this product. This is by Stila. Okay, and it comes with a little brush thing.
Okay.
With the spoolie on one end and then this on the brush on the other.
Okay.
And it's like a cream, but it's super duper waterproof.
And this is live TV, right?
This is I do, yeah.
Okay.
So this comes out like a little gel thing.
If you could lift your hand up a little bit.
I'm just trying to squeeze it. I've got 2 things in my hand. I can't do that properly.
That's okay.
So let me
This is curious. I've not seen this before.
No, come on.
Yes, Stila do this. Well, as you said, there's so many good products. Okay, so it's like a liquid, like a gel.
It's like a paste or like a gel. Okay. So you would take that, and then you would use. I would suggest putting it on your hand rather than trying to take it from. I drop it. The little nozzly thing here, because that's what happens. Yeah, you end up dropping. So I put it on my hand, and then you can fill in your brows how you want it. And this is really good. This is great for someone who's got gaps in their eyebrows, a scar. One lady had like a chickenpox scar.
Oh, so right across the eyebrow.
Yeah. So it's a really great way to just kind of just fill that in, and it works a real treat.
Okay. And how about colors, though? Because if you have very light hair like I do, it's hard to find light.
They do light shades and darker shades. They have a variety of colors.
Perfect.
The other thing that you might like, Margaret, here, this is really good for somebody who's got light hair. Right. They also do, I'm not plugging Stila, but they do have quite a few good things. They do this little felt tip pen thing.
Right,
okay?
right.
This is the blonde. And let me show you how light that is, Margaret.
Oh, I can hardly see it. Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
No, but you need that. And if you layer it, then it starts to get
Yeah, but for somebody like you who's got fair hair and just a slightly darker brow, something like that, because you don't want to have too heavy brows, and you can see it is really quite pale, and that's how it goes on. And you can, like you said, build it up. And this is like a little felt tip pen. It's got a teeny little point, and it's super duper easy to use. So that's another thing. Okay, like I said, I've got a lot to show you.
That is really cool. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah. All right, then there are things like this is a brow mousse. This is like a brow mousse. This is my one. We're bringing this out in September. Okay. This is like a gel, and it's got this creamy but not too creamy texture. This is the blonde one, so it's a little bit.
This is unique. I've not seen this one before.
This is like a brow. I would say it's a brow balm. It's like a moussey kind of thing.
And does it stay on? I mean, it stays, rub off?
No, it doesn't rub off. What? None of these three rub off, because you need to, you don't want it to be caught out in the rain in your eyebrow.
Well, yeah, I didn't expect that would happen.
That would not be good.
Would you rub it? Because sometimes, like a pencil, like I've used not a pencil, but a gel pencil.
Yeah,
and it does smudge. Yeah,
it will smudge. Okay, I'll in a minute I'll rub this and show you. But you can see there's two different types. Like that's a blonde and that's a blonde. But you see there's two different types of blonde. So. Yeah. This blonde may be too dark for you, and that blonde may be just right. So you need to kind of you need to shop around. The other product that I'm super keen on is, again, another one by Benefit. This is their brow one that builds brows. So if you're somebody who has no brows, look how teensy-weensy the brush is.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And how you work this one is you go backwards on yourself. So instead of filling it in like this, you do this, and then fill it, and then brush it. So you're going backwards. So somebody who's got like barely any hairs, doing this adds fiber and hair to the brow, and it's really good.
Yeah,
I love it. This comes in two shades. This is the blonde one, which if you're really fair, it may be a little bit too dark, but in general, I think this is. I tend to err on the side of caution. So when I was doing the girl that was a little bit darker hair, I actually used the blonde on her because her pH in her skin made the brow go darker.
Right.
So it's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's actually great, and I've actually had several people make a comment about the fact that they've either overplucked their eyebrows or they've actually lost eyebrows, or I suppose there's other reasons you could lose it, but that's fantastic.
Well, let me just show you quickly. I'm going to do a quick little demo here.
Okay,
if I take my eyebrows off, just to show you that I actually do my eyebrows. I'm not making it up.
Another Ariane demo.
Yes.
I'm always afraid that you're going to do something dramatic.
It's not going to be that dramatic. It's not going to be that. But let me just get rid of I'm going to just grab my.
No, what's actually really great. I remember we have another video that people might want to look at where you do the concealer for red red skin, rosacea, and it's really amazing what makeup. I know people sometimes comment on not wanting to wear makeup, but hey, I think there's some uses of.
Oh well, look, I mean,
really
look
lovely.
If you see my eyebrows now, they're not great. They're not terrific. But the best way to do eyebrows is, let me grab my little eyebrow brush here.
This is Ariane trick. I remember.
This is a really good trick. Yeah. And whether you use a brow gel, a brow powder, a brow anything, this is a really good way of doing it. So I'm going to I do brushing your eyebrows down like that. And I'm going to just take I've got this little stubby thing that this is something I'm trialing. So this is one of my sort of trialing products. Now I'm going along the top of my brows, and I'm just extending it down here.
You're taking it quite far down. Well, you can, because your eyebrows. No, but your eyebrows are high. They're mine are quite close to my.
So what I'm doing is I'm doing this. So I'm bringing it down to where this point is, so that it gives a good frame of the eye.
So your corner.
So if I do that,
which is right.
So you move your towards your nose. Move your brush towards your pencil. That's it. There you go. So you're doing it from the side of your nose to the side of your eye, and that's where you should. So yours is correct. So
right.
And then the arch should be over. If I look straight ahead at you, should be over top of the outer edge of my iris, which I think it is. And then I'm adding a little bit more. Then I brush them back up. And then if I wanted to, I could use a brow mascara if I wanted. Again, lots of companies do it. Bobbi Brown do a great brow mascara.
Right.
Benefit do one. They all brow mascaras. This is one of my ones. Lots of brow mascaras are around. They're good for those of us like myself who have got that thing fell out. Have gray eyebrows. So I have white eyebrows, which is not great. but there, it just covers up the gray.
Yeah,
and
that's
the white.
beautiful.
But it looks natural. But you can see how, without having that finishing off of the eye, your eyes just don't have that impact.
Yeah. And I think eyebrows really are such an important part of your face. They give structure to your face,
and they make you look more youthful. I'm not saying look younger, because I'm positive aging all the way. But what it does is it lifts your face. It lifts everything up, and it makes you look more vibrant. And that's what we want. We want to look up. We want to look vibrant. We want to look great.
Well, I think it's great advice. And I actually think that also, we were talking earlier about video, when you're having your video taken, when you're doing a video, that eyebrows shape your face. And it's really important to not forget them.
They just give that nice bit of definition.
Yeah, no, your eyebrows are great. It's wonderful. That's really great advice. Well, I hope it's been useful for everyone watching. And if you have any questions, put them in the section below the video, and we'll have a conversation about it. But I'm really happy we did the brow conversation. Thank you so much, Ariane.